Alright, we're here at Tripigana Cable Studios, and we're doing another, what are we doing here? Horror movie classics. We just finished watching it's called Nightmare Castle. Like I said in the previous few videos, or a couple of videos, that I am basically, I don't know if I'm really reviewing these old horror movie classics, but I'm definitely letting you know what my thoughts are and what my feelings are and all that kind of stuff for these this horror classics collection. It has 50 movies in it, and there's over 62 hours of of horror movies, and I have a lot to go through, but I figured I'd just take you on this little journey and kind of let you know what my thoughts are. I don't typically watch horror movies anymore. For some reason, I have been feeling like watching old black and white horror movies when I did when I was much younger. I don't even know how old I was. Very young. Young child, and well, maybe almost into my teens, but whatever. And yeah, it's been a while since I've seen them, and for some reason I've just wanted to watch them recently. I wouldn't have typically done this, but I just felt, fuck, why not? I just kind of wanted to revisit them and just kind of, just watch them and see what what they're all about again. And it's not really nostalgia for me so much. It's more of just like, oh yeah, oh yeah, I fucking watched this long time ago. I remember watching this, and I remember some of my thoughts back then, and and I have new thoughts now, obviously, because back then I probably didn't understand the movies as much as I understand them now today. So today's movie, it was called Nightmare Castle. I think I did watch this when I was younger. For some reason I remember some of the story, although there might be movies with similar stories. I don't know, maybe I'll get to some of those movies later on in this collection. This is the fourth movie off the first disc. Basically, the plot is some deranged doctor or scientist is trying to extend life somehow, and he finds a way, but he finds a way, and he has this assistant who actually happens to be his lover, who he's trying to give her youth back to her, and because she's old, and by getting pure blood, I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know if they're insinuating that these people that they're getting blood from are virgins or something. I don't know. You don't get the clear picture like that in this movie. But pure blood, don't know what that means. But if she gets pure blood, her life is rejuvenated and her youth returns and all this kind of stuff. Kind of like almost like a vampire, but not quite. But I'm not going to go through the whole plot here, but basically this scientist, this mad scientist, he is married to one person, and then they end up killing taking her life and taking her, her other lover's life, and then this scientist and this his assistant, who is actually his real lover, they devise a plan to get the will from this person's sister. The person he was married to, they intend on getting, sorry, not the will, they intend on driving her mad so that the will becomes null and moot or whatever the fuck, and they can get a bunch of money so that this scientist can do more research on extending life and all this kind of stuff and bringing youth into people and stuff like that. But so what he ends up doing is he goes and marries his previous wife's sister, and he brings her, and she has like, some kind of mental health problems, and he brings her to the house. They're gonna attempt to drive her mad, but she's actually being haunted by her sister's ghost, and her sister's lover or whatever, her affair or lover or whatever the fuck it is, and so this sister, she ends up, the plan is to bring a doctor into this castle and have the doctor sign off on her mental state so that she gets institutionalized, and then they have free reign of what they can do with her will and stuff, or just with whatever her possessions and her inheritance and stuff. So and this is a black and white horror movie, just saying that. There, it's kind of funny because I'll tell you my impressions after, but I'll just give you a little bit more of the plot. So this doctor comes along. He's known this woman for a long time, and I don't want to spoil the story for you or the movie for you, but basically there's a happy ending, and the doctor thwarts the scientist and his true lover and saves the sister or whatever. And I'm not gonna go into more detail. I think you should watch it. My impressions are this was a little bit I think it was better than the last one. The last one was Creature of the Haunted Sea, which was oh god, it was like it was a D movie. But this is this is a little bit more like it's a typical trope, at least I've found, with horror movies black and white horror movies that I've watched in the past when I was younger, that I remember, is that there's some kind of scientist, some mad scientist, and he's doing something to extend life. And this is actually much like the same plot as the first movie I watched, which was from this collection, which was Atom Age Vampire. No, was it Atom Age Vampire? Yeah, it was Atom Age Vampire. And similar story where they're trying to extend the life of people, and it seems to be the common trope that these horror movies seem to play on, and similar stories but different characters and slightly tweaked settings and slightly tweaked stories and stuff. Obviously it's not the same movie, not the same story, but so initial impressions, it was good. There's that noir feel to it. the dark noir feel. I wouldn't like it's more. I guess it was more spooky than anything. It wasn't really like. Once again, yeah, it wasn't really scary or anything. It was more just spooky. I don't know if it was really intense or anything. It was. I will say once again that typically, from what I found with rewatching these, that my attention is drawn into these movies, like the way they filmed them. There's a level of like, it's they draw you in and they keep you. I guess I don't know if engaged is the right word, but I guess kind of engaged. Like they keep you in the story and they keep you watching. I would say it's not, this movie in particular wasn't. It was more of like, I wouldn't call it a horror. Even though it's included on this horror classics collection, I wouldn't call it a horror movie per se. It was more like a kind of like a thriller almost, except there was horror aspects because ghosts appear and shit like that. But yeah. So overall impressions of this little journey I'm going on. So far, so good. I am enjoying watching these. It is kind of fun revisiting this stuff. I remember I have vague memories of actually watching this. Like I remember actually some of the scenes and stuff like that. So yeah, overall it's been a fun journey. I'm glad, once again, I am glad I got this horror classics collection. I've said in the previous videos, I don't watch more modern horror movies anymore. Normally I wouldn't even pick this stuff up, but because I was feeling lately, well, in the last month or so, that I was like, you know what, I kind of feel like revisiting old black and white horror movies. I don't know why, I just wanted to, so I just said fuck it, why not do it. So anyway, I think that's it for this video. Just wanted to do a little bit of a I don't know if I'd call it a review, but I would recommend watching this movie. It's called Nightmare Castle, and yeah, so far it's this little journey's fun, and can't wait to get to the rest of the ones. Like I said in one of the previous videos, it might have been the first one. It will take me a while to get through these because I'm not fucking binge watching this shit. I'm doing it like maybe once or twice a week, and there's over 50 movies, and I just finished the fourth one, so I think it's 4 movies in 5 weeks or something like that, and it will take me a while. I just kind of wanted to do this because yeah, fuck, why not? So I hope you folks are enjoying these videos. If you want, like, if there's something you want me to talk about in these little journey videos, if there's something you're curious about, or if you have questions, let me know in the comment section. I'm willing to answer your questions. Like I said, I'm not an expert on horror movies, I'm not an expert on black and white horror movies, but I will try to answer your questions as best as possible. So far so good, and if you are enjoying these videos, please give it a like. If you feel this video has value, please share it, and if you feel this channel has value, please subscribe and then hit that bell button to be notified when the next video comes out. So see you in the next video.